Well, Coach, it is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Coleman now. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Let him know, let him know.
From the gun, McKinney. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down. McKinney. Open man is Samuel. Complete.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Yes, yes. Hey, Delta.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? All day, punt. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Switch up, switch up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's go now. 54. Hey, hold on. 54. Quick talking.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's going to fire one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Throwing on first down, McKinney. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
56, Mike, 56. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 56 to Mike. 56.
Operating from the gun, McKinney. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
To try again after the sack, Murray. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's Murray. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
General West. Go, go. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Yep. Bang, 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 bang. Get it.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's make these babies cry on the way now. Ready? 60 or.
All day, every day, any day.
Shoot.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
70, Indy.
Mike 56.
Move.
56.
Hit it.
From the gun, McKinney completes it to Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it. Big grip.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake, McKinney completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Mike 54. Mike 54. They can't hang with us.
Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. 3rd down here.
Here we go. 8-3.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Now.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 56.
Fight.
Operating from the gun. McKinney. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is Coleman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Now Murray off play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he fires one incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They go play action here on first down. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Here's Jones. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ronald Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The final shot before break. McKinney. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Silver.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike 56. Mike 50.
Go.
I got you, boy.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 56 right there.
Go, Jack, Lee Griffin.
From the gun, McKinney. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be taken at the 10. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
He's got a man, complete. A gain of 39 that time.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
Check.
Murray now on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 31, check 31.
Operating from the gun, McKinney. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Slam. Check 9, check 9. 49, check 49, check 49.
On first down, it's Coleman, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Got it. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. I got you. I got you, son. I got you.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the gun, McKinney. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll run it with Coleman. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down. To throw is Murray. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Murray with a 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Trying to defend the out route there. Got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Tony Brown there on the tackle. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this time Murray to throw it. This one caught by Isabella. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. Murray now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Open man, Butler complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Down.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
At the 45-yard line. Whip. Watch the whip.
Hey, foxtrot.
Shoot. Second down and inches. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Looking to throw. McKinney, that's caught. It's Coleman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. Back to throw. McKinney. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. To throw on 3rd down. Murray able to find Isabella. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
10-2 stop.
Check 56.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen, because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. McKinney, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Results in a 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, McKinney able to haul it in as Kittle. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
6 yards. That's good for a 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready. 30 base.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Hey, Alpha.
On 1st down, McKinney. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one has gone.